You didn't mature early. You were drafted. While other kids practiced being loud and careless, you practiced reading rooms. You learned the weather of adult moods before you learned your own. And here's the part nobody says out loud. Growing up too fast doesn't make you strong. It makes you precise. You can feel it in your body. The way silence scans for danger. The way your jaw stays ready, like a locked door. Psychology calls it adaptation. Street philosophy calls it survival tax. Same result, you became useful before you became free. You were the child who could handle things. So things kept arriving. You watched faces the way other kids watch cartoons. Micro-expressions. Tone changes. The tiny pause before someone explodes. Your brain turned into a prediction machine. That's what early responsibility does. It upgrades your thinking and downgrades your childhood. You didn't learn habits from bedtime stories. You learned habits from crises. You learned to move quietly, to preempt problems, to solve, soothe, apologize, even when you didn't start the fire. Your emotions became a second language you spoke for other people, but not for you. When you grow up too fast, you become hyper-competent and underfelt. You can organize chaos, but you struggle to name your own needs without shame, because needs were inconvenient in the house you came from. The nervous system remembers. Even when your life looks calm, your body stays in negotiation mode, always calculating, what will this cost me? What mood will I wake up to? What version of me is required today? That's not personality. That's conditioning. Confidence for you is rarely loud. It's control disguised as composure. You walk into a room and instantly choose the safest role, the helper, the mediator, the low-maintenance one. People call you grounded. What they mean is you don't ask for much. But the bill always shows up in relationships. You attract intensity, not because you love drama, because your nervous system recognizes it like an old song. You can be dangerously attractive without trying because you radiate capability. Competence signals safety, and safety is seductive in the modern world. Yet closeness can feel like a trap, because intimacy isn't just warmth, it's exposure. And your childhood taught you that exposure gets used against you. So you become fluent in communication that avoids the real topic. You explain. You rationalize. You manage. You say, I'm fine with surgical accuracy. Underneath, there's a private fear. If you stop performing stability, you'll be abandoned. Or worse, needed even more. Science would call it parentification, chronic stress, a nervous system tuned to threat. Your brain built shortcuts. Scan, fix, endure. Those shortcuts became habits. And habits became identity. That's the quiet tragedy. You confuse coping with character. You think your vigilance is just who you are. But understanding changes the spell. You start noticing the pattern. You overfunction so nobody sees your soft parts. You choose partners you can rescue because it feels familiar. You stay reasonable so nobody accuses you of being too much. And the child inside you learns one rule. Love equals responsibility. Here's the darker truth. You might not even know what relaxing feels like. Not the lazy kind. The safe kind. So healing isn't aesthetic. It's biological. It's teaching your body that the emergency is over. You practice new habits that look small but hit deep. Pausing before you say yes. Letting someone else be disappointed. Asking for clarity instead of guessing. You learn that confidence isn't being needed. It's being honest. You stop calling your numbness strength. You stop calling your anxiety intuition. You start telling the truth in real time, even if your voice shakes. Because the child who grew up too fast didn't just lose play. They lost permission. Now you're older. And you can give it back. Not with slogans. With choices. You don't have to be the adult in every room. You don't have to earn love through usefulness. You don't have to keep winning a game you never agreed to play. You can be attractive without being indispensable. You can build relationships without being the glue. You can communicate without translating everyone's emotions first. And one day it will feel unfamiliar, almost suspicious, when life is simple. That's when you'll know you're changing. Because peace, to you, has always sounded like footsteps. But it's not footsteps. It's space.